All right, quick turnaround from the time that we start to get our lineups up here, so we're ready to go. We're going to get after it. Slack, Moreno, and Durman scheduled up for the Tigers. On the mound is, I didn't write it down. Thank you, Logan Bernard. Bernard, a lefty. 2-0 the count. That's outside for 3-0. Bernard with a 7.88 ERA. There's a strike right through there. 3-1 the count. Strike called. Slack had a ground out, a couple of hits, and a base on balls in the first game. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. Fly ball to see deep center field. Over to take care of that is Adams. So that's going to bring up Moreno. Ground ball to Hutchison, over to Bard. Banks at third. I did make, I believe, that change. Banks at third. Got that changed on my lineup, but not on my defense. So 2 outs now. Durman at the plate. Durman with strike 2. That just misses a little bit. Swing and a miss for the third out of the inning. I'll get a little more paperwork done. We have such a short turnaround once the coaches get us the lineups. It's hard to get things done. We'll get things caught up. We'll get back with you. Half an inning, no score. We'll be back. Johnson on the mound for the Tigers from Ankeny, Iowa. He has a 6.14 ERA, has thrown 7 innings. Will Johnson. Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Dawson had a couple of hits, a walk, and a fly out in the first game. The first game today went to the Blue Devils 6-3. They lost the first one 8-7 yesterday. There's a strike called, 1 ball, 1 strike. So yesterday they lost the first one 8-7, won the second one 6-0, and then won the first game today 6-3. So trying to take 3 of 4, that's up high. Trying to take 3 of 4 are the Blue Devils from the Marshalltown Community College Tigers. There's a high fly ball to left field. Weston Derman, the first baseman of the first game, is playing in left field this game, but that didn't look like the right number. Jace, if you can keep an eye on the number on the left fielder, just to double check that for me. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Parker Bosserman. He pitched actually in the first game, back at second base in this game. There's a strike called, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Outside, ball 2. That's up high. 3-1 the count on Parker Bosserman. Bosserman started the day at feet 353. There's a ball headed down the right field line. And in fair territory, caught by the right fielder, Followell. That's going to bring up Bard. Brendan Bard, the first baseman. He'll face Will Johnson. Bard was out in the air 3 times, left field, second base, and center field in the first game. There's a strike outside corner, strike called. 0-1 the count. Top of the first inning here of the second game. Clayton Slack over to Liam Allen for the third out of the inning. The end of 1, no score. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the top of the second inning. Alexander Carrillo on to pitch for the Blue Devils. He's from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Lawrence Free State. There's a foul ball right back at us. That ball gets through the window. Jace had a beat on that one. Carrillo, tall righty on the mound. Hit by a pitch is Suraganen. That's going to bring up Luke Pell. There's a ball at the second baseman. Bosserman over to Dawson. The return to first, not an out, so a fielder's choice for Pell. That's going to bring up Ralston. He'll be up there with one out and a runner on first base. Low and outside. Ralston had a walk, a fly out, and a 2 RBI base hit in the first game. Little bit low. 2-0 the count on Spencer Ralston. Ralston is catching this second game. He was the designated hitter in the first 3 games of the set, I believe. That misses a little bit inside, so 3-0 the count. Alexander Carrillo on the mound. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. It's a ground ball headed at Dawson. He's up with it and over to second. Up and back down was Bard. Went up and got it and back down for the double play. The end of 1.5. No score. I'll be back. Sanchez, Vaughter, and Adams scheduled up for the Blue Devils. I believe a ball. I sat down, did something, not going to matter. There's a ball driven in the gap. going to go hard for second base, and sliding in for a double to lead off here is Sanchez. That's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter steps in with a runner at second base with nobody out. Vaughter had a double, a single with an RBI, and a fly out to right center in the first game. Inside, just got away from the catcher. Back to the screen, moving over to third is Sanchez. Game 4 of the 4-game set. 2 games yesterday, they split. Blue Devils took the first one to the day, so they've won 2 of 3 so far. Trying to get 3 out of 4. 1-0 the count. There's a ball headed into deep right center. That's going to be extra bases and an RBI for Vaughter. So the Blue Devils on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. On the double by Vaughter. That's going to bring up Adams. Squares to bunt, has it down. Andy is out, so a sac bunt for Adams. Moves Vaughter to third. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in on the left-handed side. Runner at third, 1 out. Runner at third is Vaughter. There's a strike outside part of the plate. Oh, and 1 the count. That's low and outside. RBI double by Braden Vaughter after the double by Sanchez. That's low. 2 balls and a strike on the left fielder, Darius Freeman. Two balls and a strike, 1 out, 1 on at third base. 1 run in the inning. There's a ground ball. Going to be a ground out that scores a run. So Freeman with the ground out to the first baseman and an RBI. That's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington, the catcher for the second game. Buffington takes the first pitch, high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. It's outside, ball 2. That's low and outside. So 3 straight balls to Buffington. Buffington, the number 8 hitter, catching in this second game. That's outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Defense behind Johnson, Saragannon at short, Saragannon at third, Slack at short, Moreno at second, and Allen at first. Strike called. Across the outfield is Derman, Pell, and Followell. Bryant Banks at the plate. Banks his first at bat today. Banks has only had 1 at bat this year so far. That's inside. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. So far by the Blue Devils. They lead 2-0 here in the final game of this 4-game set. There's a swing and a miss, and Banks goes down on the strikeout. So at the end of 2 full innings, Blue Devils lead 2-0. Vaughter with the RBI double, and Darius Freeman with the ground out to score the run. 2-0. We'll be back for the third. Here we go to the top of the third inning. Scheduled up for the Tigers, Allen, Followell, and Grace. Allen played in the 2 games yesterday. Did not play in the first game today, but he's at first base there. He'll step in. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss. It's a little bit low. Carrillo back for his second inning of work. High fly ball to right center. Taken care of by Adams. It's going to bring up Followell. Followell grounded out twice and struck out in the first game. Takes ball one. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Grace in the batter's box. JT Grace played yesterday, not in the first game today. There's a breaking pitch, stays a little inside. Grace will be DHing this game. There's a ball headed into left center for a one-out hit of Followell. So JT Grace will step in. He'll be up there with one out and one on. Down low, ball one. Want to know the count on the designated hitter, JT Grace. Just a little bit inside and low. Had a little flinch by the umpire, but didn't get enough of a flinch to get a strike call. 2 balls and no strikes. It's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson starts to get ready to throw that thing, so that's going to be E6. Couldn't get a handle to get the double play, then couldn't get the second handle to get the out at first. So back to the top of the order, and Clayton Slack. Slack flew out to center field his last time out. He'll step in with runners at first and second with one out. Just misses a little outside. Carrillo could use a hard-hit ground ball right at somebody. Maybe even a line drive right at somebody to try and get a double play here. Blue Devils leading 2-0. Top of the third inning action. Runners at first and second. Had a base hit by Followell and an error on the shortstop. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So they give 1 warning to the pitcher. Not sure what they're warning him about. Something to do with his hands, but typically when it comes to a balk, you don't get a warning. This year, the only thing there is that's a warning is that each coach gets 1 warning when arguing balls and strikes. Comes the 1-1. There's a foul ball sprayed into the woods over behind first base. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners on here as the Tigers threaten. Misses a little bit outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carrillo on the mound for the Blue Devils. There's a ground ball headed at the second baseman, at Dawson. He's up with it to Jet Buck over to Bard for the 6-4-3. That's the end of 2.5. We'll be back. Here we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Will Johnson back for another inning of work for the Tigers, scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He flew out to left field his first time up. That's high and outside. Want to know the count? Fly ball headed into center field. Going to be taken care of by Luke Pell. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman flew out down the right field line his first time up. Bosserman is from Oak Grove, Missouri. Went to Grain Valley High School. Then after he graduated high school, they moved to Oak Grove. Therefore, the hometown of Oak Grove is listed for him. That's outside. Pop up in foul territory. That's going to be taken care of by the third baseman, Joel Suraganen. It's going to bring up Bard. Brendan Bard. He's from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Piper High School. Two outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning. Blue Devils lead 2-0. There's a strike called. 1-1 strike. No runs on one hit for the Tigers. 2 runs on 2 hits and an error for the Blue Devils. That was about a 52-footer. Maybe so. 2 balls and a strike to Bard. Bard, the first baseman. Grounded to the shortstop his first time up. There's a ball headed into left field. Few steps in and then went back. Did Weston Derman to take care of that for the third out of the inning. So we go to the top of the fourth. Blue Devils lead 2-0. I'll be back. Pitching change for the Blue Devils. Nathaniel Uglialoro from McKinney, Texas, will take over. He has pitched 7 innings and yet to give up an earned run. Moreno at the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time up, and he's hit by a pitch. So that's going to bring up that ball. Buffington took a shot after that ball came off the hitter. It then caromed over and hit the catcher. So a runner at first is Moreno. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Gonna throw him a couple pitches, see if he's gonna be okay, are they or not. All right, here we go. Weston Durman, the left fielder, he struck out his first time up. He'll step in with a runner at first base. And nobody out. See if we get a sac bunt here. Nope, swinging away. Ground ball foul between Marshalltown Tigers coach and third base. So swinging away is Durman. Throw over to first, back in safely is Moreno. Breaking pitch broke outside. Throw down to first. Sliding back in safely is Durman. One and one the count. It's a ground ball headed at Banks. Banks over to Bosserman. Bosserman with the return throw for the 5-4-3 double play. You gotta love it as Uglialoro on the mound is able to rely on that. That works out well. That's going to bring up Suragain. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. There's a strike right through there, breaking pitch. 0-1 the count, 2 outs now. Top of the 4th action. 7 innings scheduled game. This Thursday, conference play starts. Labette Community College will be in town. Check swing and called a strike, so 0-2. And then on Saturday, we'll travel down to Labette County. I believe that's in Parsons, Kansas. Comes the 0-2. That's a little bit inside. For the starting of the conference schedule. So that's where the Thursday, Saturday, you go to one site and play on Thursday and go to the other site on the Saturday to play. Conference play will begin. We will bring you all of the home conference games, the away conference games. If there is not a broadcast by the home team, we'll figure out something. If there's a ground ball to Dawson over to Bard. If they have a broadcast, then we'll use that broadcast. But that link will be at 4tees.com, so you'll be able to find that. So if the guest team has a broadcast, I'll put that link on 4tees.com, and you'll be able to watch and or listen. If internet is available and they don't have a broadcast, I'll put together either an audio only or a single camera production or broadcast that I'll try and bring. We go to the bottom of the 4th. I'll be back. Blue Devils up 2-0. All right, to the bottom of the fourth we go. Pablo Sanchez is up. He had a double his first time up. Misses a little bit outside and low. So 2-0 the count on Pablo Sanchez. There's a ball headed right back up the middle for a base hit. So a leadoff hit by Sanchez. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Braden Vaughter. Excuse me, Braden is correct. Thought I had my Brandons and my Bradens messed up there. He had an RBI double his first time up. He'll step in with 1 out and 1 on. That's high and outside. Want to know the count? Sanchez at first. It's a little bit low. 2-0 the count. Left to right across the infield, Sarah Gannon, Schlack, Moreno, and Allen across the outfield, left to right, Derman, Dell, Pell, and Followell with Ralston behind the plate and Johnson on the mound. The defense set up for the Tigers. That's up high. 3-0 the count. That's up high for ball 4, so Vaughter with the walk. It's going to bring up Adams. Going to get a visit to the mound. No one warming down in the bullpen, so just a visit to talk over strategy. We'll be back. Visit is over. Nobody out. Caleb Adams, he had a sac bunt his last time up. I'd like to see him do a bunt right here, but bunt it toward the second baseman, try and get it past the pitcher for a hit. And if he gets a sac bunt, that's all fine and well, too. Squares to bunt, takes a strike. Caleb Adams, a center fielder. Squares to bunt. The ball is off the catcher. Squirted away and he couldn't find it. Pitcher went to get it. So both are going to move up on a wild pitch. So now we don't have to sack bunt unless we just want to go ahead and bunt here. Runners at second and third. 1-1 the count. Strike called. Inside corner at the knees. One and two the count on Adams. Foul ball back into the net. We'll do the 1-2 again. Comes the 1-2 from Johnson. Pop up into shallow left field, taken care of by Slack. It's going to bring up Freeman. Darius Freeman, the left fielder this game. He got an RB on a ground out to the first baseman his first time up. I think it was this exact same situation. Runners at second and third. First baseman playing in really tight. He hits one like last time, and it'll be buying. That's high and outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Sanchez at third. Vaughter at second. Freeman at the plate. There's a strike right through there. Center field camera wigged out there for a minute. Believe it's back now. One ball, one strike, one out. A little bit low and outside. 2-1 the count. Up and out. 3-1 the count. Runners at second and third. Bottom of the fourth inning, Blue Devils leading 2-0 over the Marshalltown Community College Tigers. That's up high for ball four. So that's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington walked his first time up. He's the catcher of the second game. Bases are full of Blue Devils. There's a ball headed to deep right field. That's going to be caught by the right fielder. So an RBI sac fly to right field taken care of by Followell. Gives the Blue Devils a 3-0 lead now with 2 outs here in the fourth. It's going to bring up Bryant Banks. Banks struck out his first time up. He's playing third base this game. There's a foul ball backing out of play. Trying to take that to left field. I'm not sure, though, with no count, that that's a pitch you really want to be swinging at that far outside. Maybe with 2 strikes trying to slap it over there. Nonetheless, a foul ball, 0-1. There's a foul that's going to get back and over the top of us so quickly, down in the count, 0-2. Will Johnson back for his 4th inning of work for the Tigers. Tall right-hander for the Tigers. Runners at first and third. Buffington at the plate. Blue Devils with a 3-0 lead now. Runner goes, fake throw, nothing going on. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Foul ball backing out of play again. Runners at second and third. The Saturday-Sunday 4-game series was moved to Sunday and Monday due to weather. Cool, windy day today. There's a swing and a miss for the 3rd out of the inning. The Blue Devils do get a run on the sac fly by Buffington to take a 3-0 lead through 4 innings. We'll go to the 5th. We'll be back. Top of the 5th we go. Pell, Ralston, and Allen scheduled up for the Tigers. Pell grounded out. To second base his first time up. That missed a little bit low inside, I guess. 2-0 the count. Foul ball. 2-1 the count. So pitcher by committee in this second game is a one-hit shutout through 4 innings. We're in the top of the 5th. 3-0 lead for the Blue Devils. It's a ground ball headed to the shortstop. He's got it. And over to first with it for the out. So Dawson over to Bard for the 6-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Ralston. Ralston hit into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Just misses a little bit outside. 1-0 the count. strike called, outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A little bit low. 2-1 the count. A little bit inside. 3-1 the count. It's a high fly ball over toward the third base dugout. Going over to take a look is Banks. Nothing going on over there. Three and two the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. High and inside, ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued to Ralston by Uglialora. That's going to bring up Liam Allen. He'll step in with a runner at first and 1 out. Foul ball back and out of play. Allen playing first base in this game. Breaking pitch way outside. Good looking pitch to get him chasing there, but he wasn't chasing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Another bender outside. 2-1 the count. Blue Devils leading 3-0 here in the top of the 5th. 7 innings scheduled game. Throw over to first, nothing happening over there. Foul ball back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the first baseman, Liam Allen. Swing and a miss of that pitch for the second out of the inning. It's Allen down on strikes. That's going to bring up Followell. Followell had a base hit to left center his last time up. Low and outside. Nice job of Buffington to get out in front of that to keep it from going back to the fence. High fly ball on the second base side. Jet Buck comes in to take care of that. Bosserman. First game was Jet Buck. Second game was Bosserman. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Blue Devils leading 3-0. Bottom of the fifth we go. Back to the top of the order. Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Johnson back for another inning of work. Strike called outside corner at the waist. 0-1 the count. No runs on a hit for the Tigers. 3 runs on 3 hits and an error for the Blue Devils. We're in the bottom of the fifth. That one's in the dirt off the mask of the catcher, Ralston. 1 ball, 1 strike as Dawson leads off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Blue Devils. That may be the first call that has just been really did not look like a strike, but a strike was called. He's been really consistent, but that's going to happen. 1-2 the count. There's a ground ball headed up the middle and a base hit for Dawson. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman flew out to right field right along the line his first time out and popped up in foul territory to the third baseman his second time up. He's up there with a runner at first base. Nobody out. It's outside. 1-0 the count. Bosserman, the second baseman in this game. Jet Buck played it in the first game. Bosserman made an appearance on the mound for an inning or two. There the runner goes. There's a ball headed for the corner. That's going to be a triple down into the corner, an RBI triple for Bosserman. That's going to bring up Bard. 4-0 now the count here. The score here, I should say. Going to get a visit to the mound so Bard can go back over and prepare himself to hit. We'll leave him here on the screen a second. Going to get a visit to the mound. May have a pitching change. We'll find out those changes if there are any, and we'll be back. So Bard back to the plate. Bosserman back to third. Will Johnson back to his spot on the mound. Outside. 1-0 the count. Bard has a ground out to shortstop and a fly out to left field. I'd say he's due to put something on the outfield grass here. Swing and a miss of that pitch, so 1-1 the count on Brendan Bard. One and one. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Brendan not happy with that call, but it's still going to be a strike. 1-2, the count. There's a ball headed to deep left center. It's going to be one hopping up against the fence. Bard's going to be at second base with an RBI double. He definitely was due. That makes the count, the score, 5-0. Now we'll get that change. We'll get the information, the new pitcher, and we'll be back. Pitching change made by the Tigers. Trent Severino will come in. He's from Olathe, Kansas. He has a 10.13 ERA. He is scheduled to face Sanchez, Vaughter, and Adams. Runner at second base is Bard after he had the RBI double to left center. Blue Devils up 5-0. They are batting here with no outs in the bottom half of the fifth inning. So Sanchez steps in. He's had a double and a single in this game. He'll step in with a runner at second base and nobody out. Time asked for and granted to Sanchez. That's up high. Want to know the count. Ralston and Severino want to make sure they're on the same page. Maybe that is to answer why it looked like the catcher Ralston didn't handle that first pitch very well. He may have been crossed up on what pitch was going where. So hopefully they have that straightened out now. 2 runs in the inning. Total of 5 scored for the Blue Devils. Just 1 hit so far by the Tigers. Against a pitching staff by committee so far for the Blue Devils in this one. That's outside. Blue Devil has had Bernard, Carrillo, and Uglialora that are shutting out the Tigers at this point. Bottom of the 5th inning, Blue Devils up 5-0. 2-0 the count on Sanchez. There's a ball headed to deep right field. On the run is Followell, and he brings it down, tagging and moving to third is Bard. It's going to bring up Vaughter with 1 out now and a runner at third. Vaughter has a double and a base on balls. That double was an RBI double. So Vaughter at the plate. Bard at third. 1 out. Breaking pitch. Stayed up and out. 1-0 the count. Flair headed into center field. So way off the end of the bat, but nonetheless an RBI base hit for Vaughter. That makes it 6-0, the lead for the Blue Devils. That's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams steps in with 1 out and 1 on. He's had a sac bunt and a pop out to the shortstop in shallow left field. There's a ball headed at the shortstop. He's up with it and to the second baseman. So slack to Moreno for the fielder's choice, and Adams will be at first on the fielder's choice. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman has an RBI on a ground out and a base on balls and a stolen base. He'll be up there with a runner at first and 2 outs now. Runner goes. Stolen base by Adams. Freeman at the plate, 2 outs, 6 runs in total for the Blue Devils. 6 runs on, 7 hits and an error. Tigers still no runs on just 1 hit allowed by the 3 pitchers that have pitched in this particular game. Pop up on the left-hand side. Suraganon comes over to take care of that. So at the end of 5 full innings, Blue Devils lead 6-0. We'll be back for the 6th and 7th of this one. Blue Devils leading 6-0. To the top of the sixth we go. Camden Carlin comes in to pitch for the Blue Devils, one of those position players that I said was doing some pitching. First pitch called strike to J.T. Grace. Grace, Slack, and Moreno scheduled up for the Tigers. Top of the sixth action, Blue Devils lead 6-0. There's strike two called. So Carlin comes in throwing strikes, 0-2 the count. Grace reached on an error his first time up. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So 3-pitch strikeout. Give me 2 corners and then give me a high heater for the strikeout. So back to the top of the order and Slack. Slack has a fly out to center field and hit in a 6-4-3 double play. That ball misses just a little bit inside. 1-0 the count. Strike called, lower part of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. To the shortstop, Clayton Stork for the Tigers. There's a line drive into right field for a base hit just over the leaping glove, leaping Brendan Bard just over the glove. So that's going to bring up Moreno. Moreno will step in with 1 out and a runner at first base. Moreno is grounded out to the third baseman and been hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss of that breaking ball. So down on the count, 0-1 is Ernesto Moreno II. Junior. People list it differently. Want to be sure I have that right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Outside throw down to first. Close but safe. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Moreno, the second baseman of the Tigers. Comes the 2-2 from Carlin. Ooh, I was ready to call that a strike 3, but it didn't get the call. So 3-2 the count. Snap throw back down to first. Still nothing doing down there. Slack was back in safely. Breaking ball fouled back and out of play over the first base dugout, so Moreno stays alive. We'll do the 3-2 again. Foul ball, so Moreno hanging tough in there. We'll do the 3-2 again. Jace, check out the flag right there. That's the first time you've seen that today. The flag hanging straight down. So we're going to get the 9th pitch of this at bat. Moreno with 3 straight foul balls with a 3-2 count. There's a ball right at Bard. Bard steps on first and then down to second. The ball gets out into left field. So 3 unassisted out is Moreno. Clayton moves to third on it. Clayton Slack moves to third. There's a strike right through there. Weston Derman, the left fielder, he's had a strikeout and hit into a 5-4-3 double play. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. So quickly 0-2 the count on Derman. Fly ball, better. When the wind's blowing hard, you got to go over and check those out. Not quite so much wind right now. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball backing out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again. There's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. Bosserman's up with it and over to Bard for the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the sixth. Blue Devils leading 6-0. We'll be back. Bottom half of the sixth inning we go, scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Buffington, Banks, and Dawson scheduled up. Buffington is struck out. No, he is not. He has walked and had a sac fly to right field, his two at-bats. There's a ball headed for deep left field. Not having to move very much was Derman out there for that one. So a line drive fly out for Buffington on that at-bat. That's going to bring up Bryant Banks. Banks has struck out twice so far in this one. See if he can't get something going on the grass and get on. Misses a little bit outside, 1-0 the count. Banks playing third base this game. 1-0 the count. High fly ball into shallow left field. That's taken care of by the shortstop, Schlack. So back to the top of the order. I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Pinch hitter for the Blue Devils. Number 32, Lee Allen Jr. His first at-bat of the day. Strike called outside corner. Oh, and 1 the count on Lee Allen. There's a ball headed into left field. And that's going to be a base hit for Allen. Brock Stewart to pinch hit for Bosserman. Stewart is from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton. Allen was from Kansas City, Missouri, went to Lincoln College Prep with that base hit. Throw back over to first, nothing going on over there. Stewart at the plate, Allen at first. Back-to-back pinch hitters for the Blue Devils. There's a strike called. Bottom of the 6th inning action. Blue Devils 2 outs with a runner at first. Brock Stewart at the plate. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Lee Allen Jr. The Tigers have a Liam Allen and the Blue Devils have a Lee Allen. One ball, one strike. Runner at first. Stewart at the plate. Pinch hit appearance. Here comes the 1-1. Misses a little bit outside. 2-1 the count. Nobody working in the KCK bullpen, so it looks like this is Camden Carlin's game to close the 7th. There's a ball headed to deep left field, but I believe it's going to be foul, and it is. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a wild pitch. Going to let the runner move up to second base. Riley McKinnon on in relief. He's from Burlington, Canada. Came on to pitch at the top of this inning. Sorry I didn't get that change made. Riley McKinnon. There's another ball to deep left field, going to be foul. So a couple of nice swings. Stewart has put on a couple of balls just way early. Wait a little longer, and he doesn't even need any wind to get those 2 out, I don't think. So 3-2 the count now. High and inside, so a base on balls to Stewart. So runners at first and second, Bard at the plate. Bard has a ground out, a fly out, and an RBI double to his name in this game. Nicely blocked there by Ralston to keep the runners at first and second. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning action. That's outside. 2-0 the count. Wind picking back up out of the south again. Comes the 2-0 from McKinnon. There's a strike. Outside part of the plate at the knees. 2 balls a strike to Brendan Bard, the first baseman. Low and outside, 3-1 the count on Bard. Thinking Bard probably has the green light here. Anything up and down the middle, he'll be swinging. That's ball 4 outside. So back-to-back walks after the base hit. That's going to bring up Pablo Sanchez. He'll step in with 2 outs. He's got a double, a single, and a fly out to right field. He gets something up in the jet stream and walk this thing off right here. That's outside. 1-0 the count. Jace is over here saying, I'm sure that's what he's trying to do, and I'm thinking I don't normally like to think that way, but he'd sure put an end to this one without having to have Carlin come back out to the mound. There's a strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Want to remind everyone, series this coming weekend, Labette County. They come to town on Thursday, and we go to the campus of Labette County. I believe that's in Parsons, Kansas. We'll go down for that on Saturday. Timeout, got a ball on the field. We will check out and see what they have in the way of a broadcast. If they have anything, if we think we want to do it, I'll put it on my website to where their link will be on 4Ts.com. 1-1 the count, back to the game. There's a breaking pitch, and a run is going to score on that wild pitch in the dirt. That makes the count 7. The score 7. There's a ball headed to the first baseman. He's got it and steps on the bag. So we go to the top of the 7th. Blue Devils get one more insurance run. They lead 7-0. The Blue Devils need 3 outs. The Tigers need 7 runs to keep this thing going. We'll be back. Camden Carlin back for another inning of work. Suraganon, Pell, and Ralston scheduled up. Suraganon's been hit by a pitch and grounded out to the shortstop so far in this one. He steps in as he leads off the top of the seventh with the Tigers needing 7 to keep this thing going. There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher up to get it high. Well, as Carlin, it wasn't that high. Carlin's not real great and tall, and boy, when they hear this, they'll be giving me a hard time about that. That's going to bring up Pell. There's a strike called. Pell's grounded out on a fielder's choice to second base and grounded out to third base, to the shortstop. 0-2 the count on Pell. That's outside. 1-2 the count. Just a little bit outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ball line drive headed into left field. Freeman in left field takes care of that one. Thank you. I didn't get the changes. We had the 2 pinch hitters, and I didn't see the changes, but that's still Freeman in left. So there's 2 outs. So the Tigers down to their last out. There's a strike. A little bit low for ball. Ralston's up. He hit in a 6-4-3 double play and reached on a base on balls. That's outside. 2-0 the count. It's a ball headed for Banks. Banks is up with it and over to Bard for the out. So the final here is 7-0 today. The Blue Devils lost the first game 8-7. The Tigers won the first game 8-7 yesterday. The second game yesterday went to the Blue Devils 6-0. Then 6-3 the first game today. The Blue Devils won, and 7-0 the second game today. So the Blue Devils take 3 out of 4. We'll do a little bit of paperwork here. We'll let the guys be on the screen walking off. For those of you that are so far away, you very seldom to make it to town for games, you get a chance to see them. Today's games were both won by the Blue Devils. Want to remind everyone that the games this coming Thursday and Saturday, the conference starts on Thursday. Labette County comes to town on Thursday, and we'll go to Parsons, Kansas for Labette County games on Saturday. Go to the website, 4tees.com. Whatever is going to be broadcast will be there, even if it's links from the other team. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.